Just me right now. Words. New Jersey coffee jug is streaming right now.
Good afternoon, everyone. Happy New Year. Hope you are all doing well. Hey, Moonbug76 right there. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Kicking off the stream just right. For those of you who are brandy new, my name is NJ Coffee Junkie. Everyone here on the Joe Hills Patreon realm calls me NJ for short. And today I'm in our Nether Hub. So welcome to the stream. Grab a mug, have a seat. Happy New Year. We are here. Oh, hi Siski. Welcome to the stream. Yes, this is a brand new skin that I had commissioned by our very own Space Dorito. Because I've been working on a Greek myth inspired build for the last couple of weeks. And I wanted to have something that said, um, kind of like Greek goddess almost. So they were able to come up with this for me, and it's just it's gorgeous, and I love it. Here's a nice close up. They do great work. Um, so I wanted to show that off a little bit before we get started. In between streams, oh thank you very much. It does look amazing. So in between streams, as I gear up here and throw my armor back on, because it's a dangerous world out there, and you shouldn't be left unprotected. And let me get out of F5. So in between streams, where we last left off, we were in the middle of working on the giant nether portal area, room, cave, cavern, whatever you want to call it. We were working on that to mirror the Persephone Hades myth to an extent. And the original concept had this design in the middle, and it had look at all the torches. Still, it had all these different aspects to it, and it originally was starting to look okay, but then I wasn't exactly feeling it, and I wondered, what can I do? What can I do to make it better? What can I do to really embody the vision that I had, to make it another portal area, to have it go into the underworld, which essentially is kind of the nether, but kind of, oh, jeepers. All right, hold on. We got some phantoms. I hear them. Ah, there they are. Sup, fellas? Have some arrow. Where'd you go? There they are. Okay, let's get them. One for you. One for you. And back around you go. One for you. Yes, you're done. There you go. Beautiful. Way to kick it off with some phantoms. Um, I do believe that, yeah, this is the right way. Um, I, I do believe that my server mate, Pearl, is AFK, so I'm not going to be able to sleep for a little bit. So that's fine. Hey, Codmaster, welcome to the stream. Happy New Year. Glad you could be here. I hope your New Year's Eve is going off and going on very well. We're heading over to the Persephone and Hades build on the Patreon server here. Well, it's a realm. I think it's the same thing. See, it's right down here. And basically all of my stuff is here. Now, last time when I started putting this together, I was using regular nether brick, and I was trying to do it freestyle and stuff like that, and it really, really, really wasn't coming together the way that I wanted to. I was having a lot of difficulty with trying to figure out how many blocks it should be, and I was trying to figure out what should be in the middle and this and that. And then I called upon my friend Kaylina. She's on here. She's on Twitch at Kaylina TV, and she does something called pearling, Perlering, and makes perlers, or they're also known as sprites, and that's pixelated art. And so, oh great, Cod, I've been following the chat in Fallycraft, and it seems like you've really made some great progress in there. We might be able to swing by only 65 deaths. Huh, not bad. I don't think I have, I might have one, maybe one so far. I don't, yeah, one, I think one. Um, but, but, um, but yeah, so I called on her, And I said, you do pixelated art, and I'm trying to get this pomegranate the way that I want it, and I'm just having a lot of difficulty. What do you do? What do you use when you have this design in your head and you want to map it out? Maybe you have a picture or something like that, but you can't figure out how to map it out. What do you use? And so she gave me a couple of websites to try that she uses for her purling, and I came across one that was just mwah, spot on. And so I was able to take the pomegranate picture that I had found and started laying it out. So as you can see here, we have the red nether brick that's going to go all the way around. I should have enough to finish it because right now the shop that we have on the server or in the realm is sold out completely. And the person who stocks that shop has been MIA because of computer stuff going on. And that's fine. It happens. Life happens. But they've been unable to restock their supply. So I've kind of been just using what's available to me. Um, the white that you see there are sea lanterns, and they're great. But I may replace that out with white concrete. And I bought some from Mal's concrete shop off stream and offline to see if that would make a better impression. Mainly the sea lanterns are there now to prevent spawning. And as you can see, I've spammed the area with a bunch of torches as well, because I've had a couple of creepers try to sneak up on me while doing my thing and trying to build this here. And yeah, it just doesn't work. COD says that they have sea lanterns all over their base. Sea lanterns are a fantastic light source, in my opinion. They really do a lot of the work. They do a lot of the heavy lifting to keep things bright. And so I've used them to outline the white areas of the pomegranate because as you can see, the pomegranate picture is what it looks like when it's cut in half down the center. So we're going to take a walk over here real quick. So here's the outline of the pomegranate, and this white area here is the flesh of the pomegranate. That's where the seeds, which we have netherrack here for that purpose, they represent the seeds. And I chose netherrack because if you've ever seen a picture of pomegranate seeds, the texture of the rack as it looks right now with what we have on the realm, it's a perfect match. Almost perfect match to what pomegranate seeds look like because there are just dozens and dozens within a single pomegranate. And the red here, it looks kind of like the juice almost, if you will, because when you open a pomegranate, they are very, very messy. They are very messy. So there's a lot of juice in there. So that's kind of where and why I chose the netherrack. And then as you come up further here, just laying this all out like this, and then this was the headache right here, was trying to map this out um, so that the top of the pomegranate, which kind of looks like a crown, which is appropriate because of Persephone and Hades, um, trying to map that out exactly the way the picture intended. So that took about 3 or 4 different tries. Now, what's going to happen today, because my supplies are limited, is what we're going to try to replace the sea lanterns with the white concrete. We're going to finish as much as we can outlining the red nether brick all the way around both sides, and then we're going to start. We'll fill out the interior and put in the rest of the pomegranate itself as much as I can with what netherrack I have. And then we're going to start opening this space up a little bit more so that when you walk through, you should be able to, and I'm going to just demonstrate up here, you should be able to see from one end to the other. Now, originally, I had intended for the nether portal to be all the way in the back and just have it be this long walking space. And that possibly could still be a thing. Maybe have the portal in the crown that I just showed you a second ago. Maybe have it there, but I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it would be best where that little area juts out, right where the crosshairs are. But maybe the crown would be better, but I'm not sure. So we're gonna see and we're gonna play it by ear. The Nether portal is not going to go up today, even though I have the obsidian and I might have flint and steel on me, because there's a little bit of math that's involved with it, and I need some help with that. I'm not the best at I'm not the best at setting up nether portals. I've actually never done it outside of my single player world where I just put it under my base and ended up smack in the middle of a fortress because it happens. So instead, I've asked for help from someone who knows how to put all the different nether portals together and tie them to the nether hub, because ultimately that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a way to tie it into the nether hub so that people can come find it when when the time comes. And I'm assuming, nope, okay, it's not nighttime yet. Hi, Pearl. Um, so with that, I have all this other stuff too. And this is all from the original concept of the build that M was nice enough to provide me when I lost it after the Phantoms took me out. COD, I don't know if anyone else here plays on Valleycraft, so that might not get to the audience you're looking for. I mean, you can mention it briefly, but I wouldn't go into super great detail because uh, it, there's no telling who is watching and if they are players on that server or not. So in any event, also here you'll notice that the pomegranate itself is outlined in prismarine. And this is not just to use what I had previously purchased and what was bestowed upon me after my Phantom issue, which again, thank you so much for that. Um, but um, but also to give it some stark contrast to the richness and the depth of the red nether brick and the nether rack, and eventually the white concrete. I wanted there to be a difference, and I wanted there to be depth. So prismarine seemed to work really well. So that's what I decided to go with. I like the texture of it as well. I think it's a very nice, similar yet different thing though. Let's see. So what are we going to do right now? Well, we are going to pull up the pixelated picture, and we're going to try to do some of this math. Now, let's see. Don't mind my chest monsters. They are terrible. Um, I am attempting to organize it. And by the way, I still may also do and have some lava pouring down the walls around the pomegranate encased in glass, but I haven't exactly figured out how I want that to look and what kind of terraforming I will need to do to accomplish that. Hey Yergi, welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming by. Um, we are in the middle of this beautiful Persephone and Hades nether portal build. We're trying to get the floor to resemble a pomegranate when you split it open from top to bottom. And so far, so good. Like I said, my friend Kay came through in the clutch and helped me find a way to start doing the math and help me to figure out how to get this to work. Now, for those of you who, yes, oh, good, you saw my tweet, awesome. Yeah, I have a Twitter, it's NJ Coffee Junkie, you can follow me along there. What I'm going to do really quickly, though, is for those of you who are on my Discord, I'm going to just toss this picture right in there so that you can see what I'm working on. Give me 1 second here. Let's see, pics. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put that in Minecraft. Do, 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 do. Let's see. Add to. No. Okay. I'm using a PNG, so I'm trying to figure this out real quick. I believe that's share. Perfect. I'm going to see if that works. New technology to me, everyone. New technology. But while we're doing that, thank you, Codmaster. There's also a link down underneath where the stream is playing. So I'm attempting to do this math here while I figure out how to post this in the Discord as well. Because for some reason Windows 10 doesn't like when I post things. I don't know why. But you'll see it. But the link to join is underneath, and you're welcome to join and follow along. And I believe the photo is uploading. Yes, it is. There it is. That is the pixel art that I am currently using. It's under the Minecraft tab of the Discord. And that is what I'm using to do this. My Discord, the link to join is down underneath where the stream is playing. You can find it there. And it's an open invite link, so you can join it there. Now, where was I? So I have the red nether brick. Let's grab the red nether brick. I've got a little less than 2 stacks, so I should be able to use it. And I'm pretty sure I have white concrete because I'm pretty sure I bought 2 stacks of it. I have a little bit. We can use that as a test. I don't remember where I put the rest of it though. Oh goodness, it's here somewhere. I know it is. Oh, that's right. I threw it in here. I threw the 2 stacks in my ender chest, so I wouldn't lose them. Because I was looking for something else last night when I was playing, and I got lost, and it happens. It happens. So what can you do, you know? So, let's see. Now, if I'm reading this map correctly, and those of you who are following along can read it with me, this is a 16 wide thing. 16 wide base line. My Twitter is NJ Coffee Junkie Codmaster. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, and then there's 1 here. Okay, and then there's 1, 2, 3 here, and then there's 1 there. Then it's 1, 2, and then here. And then we go 1, 2, 3, and then right here we plunk 1. There we go. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the lighter colors, the very light colors, I do believe we could use either pink, maybe pink concrete, or we could just use nether brick all the way around if we want to. But right now I don't have that much, and I want to make sure I have enough, so I just want to be certain. So there should be, let's see, not that. Okay, so there's no white here, but we go 1, 2, 3. Wait, hold on. 98, 20, 20, and then 1 here, and then 1 there, and then 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, and then it should go like that. Okay. Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Codmaster. Appreciate the follow. Alright, so the red nether brick parts look to be in on this side, and I might have to find an alternative, or just use the red nether brick all the way around and just do it that way. I think that actually might save me a lot of grief, because I'd have to go get pink concrete or something like that, which I could totally do, but I do want to keep this relatively simple. But that looks okay so far, right? So far, so good. And before anyone says anything, all these open exposed areas, they have been lit up. I believe it was either the last stream or in between when Siski came to help, and they were able to kind of go into the back areas and make sure stuff was lit up so that way I wouldn't have creepers come in and try to blow me up again. Because I think the last 3 times I've been down here before that, Creepers kept wanting to give me hugs, and that's great and all. I love attention, but not that kind of attention. No, thank you. Let's see. Codmaster says, gonna go, but I'll be home in a bit. Okay, well, safe travels, and if you can come back, glad to have you. If not, Happy New Year. Okay, so we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So then again, it's the 1, then 1, 2, and then 3. And then 1 here, and then this 1, 2, 3 there. And then, let's see, then 1, 2, 3. And then this 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then this is not white, but close. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And then that goes there, and then that goes there. I think. If I did it right. That might not look right, but we're going to look. We're going to see. So from the top, now we're going to go back. Let's see. So we have the 3 up there, then 6, then 3, then 3, then 2, 2. Oh wait, that goes there, not here. So let's break this. Huh. Okay, I think I boo-booed this. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That I didn't boo-boo. Then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1. Okay, so there is one that's there. Okay, so these have to go. Those are the ones that aren't right. Okay. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. I should have warned them that I was streaming. I prefer to not curse if it can be helped. Okay, so let's take another look at this, and then if you see something that I don't, please tell me, because I could use your help. We're gonna do this together, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have the 6. We're totally good on the 6. And then it's 1. Alright, so we've got the 6. Then it's 1, 2, 3, right? Then it's 1, 2, 3. Then it's 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and then 1. Okay, so these are the ones that are the issue. Okay, so that's why it looked all squirrely. I had it too far wide. So now that we have that out of the way, we know that there's a 1, 2, and then 1 here, and then 1 there. And then it's 1, 2, and then it kicks up to here. So I must have missed something or miscalculated. Like I said, I'm not good with the math in this case, so I'm doing the best that I can. So I was able to get that side just fine. Oh, hello, A. Kilhanny. Welcome to the stream. They say, stupid, expensive red nether brick making everyone look bad. I run 3 shops in this realm. And they're shops for things that people need. I'm also the realm's resident barista. So I provide all of the quote-unquote coffee and tea on the server. So I sell potions I sell every potion except regeneration because I'm too chicken to go into the nether myself to go kill ghasts. Being in the nether scares me half to death. As does the end. My character, my avatar has physically not stepped into the end. Oops. It's okay. Eventually someday, but I need to get over my fear of Enderman first. So go figure. And hi, Jess. Welcome to the stream. Happy New Year, and Happy New Year to you, A. Kilhanny. Really appreciate you being here. How are preparations for the new year going? Does anyone have any set goals? Resolutions are fine. Resolutions are, you do you. I prefer goals because for me, resolutions are too easy to break, and I've broken so many of them over the years that it if I'm going to do something, I need to just set it up and do it. And it helps that in the organization I belong to, we do something called smarter goals. So when we look at stuff for the new year, for example, or when I'm thinking about what I want to accomplish in 2020, I kind of look at that acronym and I kind of map out what I want to do. And so in this case, really quick, I'm going to head back to being bad at math in a second. But one of the things that I really want to do for all of you, especially because I'm still new to this, is that for now, between end of January and mid-May, early June, my SMART goal for that time period is to stream for twice a week for at least an hour. So it follows that acronym of specific, which is I'm going to stream, measurable, in that it'll be for at least an hour, relevant because it's streaming, time specific because it's between that period of time, and then eventually I'm going to like revisit it as the months progress and see how my schedule has if and how my schedule has allowed me to achieve that objective. And Yuri says, my only goal is to continue trying to learn to be kind to myself. I've never been able to keep up with less vague goals. That's a really good goal to have. And quite frankly, I think for a lot of us, that's a goal that we should all have. So the fact that you already have that in mind means that you're one step ahead of everybody else. Or one step ahead for you. I shouldn't say ahead of everybody else. This isn't the competition. We can't measure each other by somebody else. We can't measure ourselves by somebody else's ruler, And A. Kilhanny says, dude, you're giving me Leeds flashbacks. Well, yeah, because that's AP Leeds is a program we did, and it's still relevant, all these years later. It actually comes in handy with all the stuff that I still do. It's actually really helpful too. You have no idea. You have no idea how helpful it is. But for those of you who just popped in, what you're seeing here is my nether portal area. It is adjacent to the cabin in the woods that I spent about a month or so building for an episode with Jarander at home, as he was on his quest to fix his skin after the demiurge visited us in Hermitcraft season 6 episode 140. And I played a witch doctor, and I told him what to do, and he said ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, and then left. And I suggest you check it out. It's a two-parter. Space Dorito was in the first half, I was in the second half, and it was a lot of fun to record and even more fun to watch back and just see the hilarity ensue. So definitely check that out. And if there's anyone here who can do me a favor and in the chat just post a link to those YouTube episodes, if you have a minute, that would be great, because I can't do it right now because I'm still bad at math. I need to focus on being bad at math. But so basically what this is supposed to be, it's supposed to be a pomegranate that's cut from the top down, so that when you open it, that's what you see. This is the inside. I have sea lanterns as the white flesh part to help keep mobs, and the netherrack is serving as the pomegranate seeds and the juice that comes out when you pour it. And the texture on this is just spot on. Um, so basically, yeah, that's kind of where my thought process is. The sea lanterns with the blue rim are great for that lighting feature, and I'm going to put those to good use after I replace this with white concrete, which, checking the strength of my Silk Touch pick, which is not the best but will make it work. Apparently Pearl's Sheep 8. That's great. We're going to do a test run because we have the white concrete here and the math is starting to get to me. So I'm going to take a break from the math for a hot second. And again, I'm going to be calling on some of you for the help with that. But we're going to use our not so great Silk Touch pick, and I promise I will not let it break. But we're going to take out these sea lanterns here. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with Minecraft, Silk Touch is an enchantment that could be put on tools so that when you break very fragile things like these sea lanterns, you don't run the additional risk of completely breaking them. Because once you break those fragile things, they fall apart and you can't put them back together again. So that just would ruin your day. And I've actually forgotten to use a Silk Touch pick a couple of times so far during this build. And usually with sea lanterns, glass, that kind of stuff, it just completely shatters. And so that just causes you a lot of grief, especially with sea lanterns, because sea lanterns are not cheap. So let's see. I think I'm going to, really quickly, I'm going to break these, plunk down some concrete, and then I'm going to need your help. Because I want your opinion. Because as much as I love my builds, I want you all to be happy with them as well. So now that we see the white concrete in there, right? Now that we're looking at the concrete, what are we thinking? Should we keep the sea lanterns, or should we replace it with the white concrete? What are your thoughts? What are you thinking right now? Because I'm not entirely sure. You know, I'm not entirely sure which direction to go in. You know. So leave your thoughts in the chat. Let me know what you think. The concrete works. Okay, Siski says the concrete looks way better. Not sure what you'll do about lighting. I could probably get away with peppering some of it with sea lanterns and doing it that way and having it be speckled. I'm definitely feeling the concrete. One of the things that I thought about doing was terraforming the walls on the left and the right side, because I have a ton of lava, and just having lava flows on the side around it. Because I also originally thought of putting down glass and having rivers of lava around the pomegranate, because I thought that would be killer as well. But I'm not sure. I don't think that would work all that much, because I would need a lot of lava to do that to make it look decently. And I think the lava flows on the side would serve just as fine a purpose. I would just have to figure out how to trench it so that it wouldn't flow over everything. But I haven't gotten that far yet. I've really just been focused on trying to get this outline down. Because again, I'm having a little bit of a struggle with the math that's involved. I also should probably go grab the pink glass that I brought with me, because I did actually bring pink and red glass, just to see how it would look, based on this design that I have here. And if the design isn't going to work with the pink glass, then I'm just going to go red nether brick all the way around and ignore where it says to use a different color. So, because the art that I have here in the Discord that I posted in the Discord, it has a lot more subtlety to it than I'd prefer. I like if you look, for example, there's little speckles and things within the main parts of the pomegranate where the seeds would be. And I think because of the texture of the netherrack, I don't think it's necessary to have that. I think the netherrack does the job, if that makes any sense. Um, so one of the things that I might actually do, come to think of it, is I might just go ahead, because I do have the pink glass and everything else. And for those of you who have been in my streams, you know that I kind of bounce back and forth between things now and again, just because my mind changes or something sparks or what have you. So this is nothing. This is nothing new. I'm always trying to think of new and in. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. New and interesting things. Um, Now I could swear that I did bring more netherrack. I knew I had some on me. So we're just gonna grab all this netherrack here, and we'll put the bow aside for now because I don't think we'll have mobs. Um, and I think what we might do to save ourselves some grief is to start putting in the netherrack in the middle. And like I said, I know that I bounce back and forth a lot, but it's just how my brain works, and it's just easier for me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And then we'll take that out. Okay. So we know we have 2 here. And then it's starting from here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 8 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then so on and so forth. So we can, so there should be, let's see, 7, 8, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 10 for 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then likewise in this area. Oh, hey Dorito. Speak of the person who made this amazing skin. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. Glad you could be here with me today and with our peeps hanging out in the chat. How's your New Year's Eve going? Or are you all set and ready to have some fun and stuff? Show them the skin again. Okay, 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 okay. Hold on, hold on. I'll show you. So this is the newest skin that Space Dorito made for me. Let me go F5 here for a second. I had asked for something that was Persephone, Greek myth inspired, and they delivered and then some. So this is probably my favorite. I thought that the Christmas sweater with the cow was my favorite skin. I thought the witch doctor skin was my favorite skin. But right now, this is my favorite skin. This is by far my favorite skin. It's so perfect. I had sent a picture over and I said, can you replicate this somehow, some way for me? Because I'm not good. I, I don't know how to do that stuff yet. And while I learn, and it's great that I'm trying to learn, there are people who are just brilliant at it. And when you have or know people who are really, really good or really brilliant at something, ask them to help you and ask them to do stuff because you want to show that you appreciate their work and this is just like mwah, just so good. It's so good. Um, Dorito says Yurgi likes it, and Dorito says every time I make you a new skin, it's your favorite. Well, yeah, 'cause it is. I'm not lying. I'm telling the honest truth. Every skin you make for me is my new favorite because you top yourself every single time. And I will sing your praises until I get tired, and then I'll sing them some more because you're really, really good at making skins. And that's the truth. Although I realize back here I should probably terraform this because this looks terrible. That's a little tight. So why don't we take a second and do that? I do have my shovel on me. So let's take this out a little bit. Open this up just a hair, because this is a little too tight for my liking. And yes, I'm using um, a garbage iron pick, and I'm doing that like a basic pick. And I'm doing that on purpose because of how much terraforming there has to be done. And I'm really trying to save the Silk Touch pick for when I absolutely need it. Because all the cobblestone that you see coming from the stone, because that's what happens when you don't have Silk Touch, it just turns into cobblestone. It can be smelted, and I actually have a double furnace. I have two furnaces up there for the smelting, and then all the stone that I gather, it's going to either liver, liverfoot, because they need it for one of their builds, or I've donated some of it to our Nether Hub expansion. Let's see. Yeah. Dorito says that they like making skins for me because I get so excited. Well, they're really good. And yeah, I can't help but be excited because it's so, the anticipation is just so, it's so worth it. Because at the end of the day, it's just going to be perfect. You know, every time. I mean, even the one that you made for yourself that is literally you in a costume of a space Dorito, um, is just, it's too good. It's too good, and all I want to do is just, look at it and squeal and squee and all those wonderful happy sounds. Um, and everyone in this realm that I play on, we all have different strengths, and we all have different things that we're really good at. So, Dorito is great with skins, and Siski is great with map making. Their map making skills are on par. I mean, if you saw Impulse's Patreon realm from the stream they did the other day, that's kind of on the level where they are. They're on that level. And the commission that they did that I had them do just came out so well. And I realized I just put all this down without counting, so I should probably put this back. Oh, that's alright. Let me go get the other iron pick. I'm sure I've got another one in here. I'd rather try to use iron picks if possible. I just have to remember if I made more or not. If not, I have to make a few more. Let's put that white concrete back for now. Let's put the sea lanterns back. We'll dump the cobble. Oh. Oh. Oh, yay, Dorito! Resubscribe for 2 months. Yay! Thank you so very much. That's awesome. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Thank you. I heard the ping and went, wait a minute, what? But thank you so very, very, very much. I really do appreciate it. And again, as always, thank you for being one of my mods. It's really awesome to know that if anything goes, anything happens, I know you have my back, and that's appreciated. You are one of the best. And I was looking for iron. I thought I had iron things. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for my iron pieces. Ah, there we go. Because I need to make picks. And I do hear the music in the background, and if it is too loud for any reason, please let me know so that I can do something about it. I actually stream with one ear on with one earphone or headphone on my ear where the mic is, and I have the other ear exposed just so that I could hear if Manatee's coming home or whatever, if I happen to be home and just waiting for him or what have you. It's just easier for me. Because also, when I stream late at night, sometimes Manatee will go to bed. Manatee's my husband, if you haven't figured it out. But sometimes I'll go to bed, or he'll go to bed, and that's usually a good time when I want to stream because I can do so uninterrupted. Because for now, I stream in a shared space, which is fine. We make it work. Not gonna lie, we make it work. but we're in the process of clearing out our office, which I don't really go into all that often because it's always very cold in there. But um, Manatee's been really talking about trying to help me have a dedicated space so that I could stream uninterrupted in a more private space, so that he can do what he wants to do, and I can do that, and I can be uninterrupted and stream for as long as I want, and that kind of stuff. Let's see, counting again. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 for 2 things. So excuse me. Pro tip: if you have to count out a row and you're not sure if it's too short or long, pull out exactly how many bricks you need, so that way you'll know. So I know that I need to put in the sea lanterns I put away over here somewhere. And I need to recount this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, not from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because it should be 1. Okay. So we know that we have to put sea lanterns over there. So then the next row that's underneath this thing has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, hold on. No, that's that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, there should be 13. 13 here. Wait, hold on. I think I boo-booed that. Hi, surprise. Hi, Siski. Welcome. I'm doing mathy things, and... Oh, thank you. I think I'm okay, but thank you. I need to redo this, because I think I botched the math again. For those of you following along, if you're in my Discord, the link to join is underneath where the stream is playing. I actually have this... I have the picture that I'm using as a reference in the Minecraft channel, and so you can help count along with me if you like. That would be amazing if you did. So from here, looking at this where it says 33, because that's the number that was in the thing that that was set up. So 1. Oh, spawnable spots. Okay, so apparently Siski found some spawnable spots. So I have torches in the light box, which is yellow. For those of you who are new to my streams, because my nickname is what it is, and because it is Coffee Junkie, almost all of my shulker boxes, which are spread out over that way, all have coffee puns, because they're themed and they have puns. So there's my light roast box, which has all of my torches, my coal, my kelp, all of everything that is a light source. Sea lanterns, end rods, everything. Everything for that goes in that box. There's the travel mug, which I use for, I believe, my wood. There's Cup of Joe, which is random. There's the French press, which is my black box. And that black box has all of my brewing supplies in it, because French press is a form of brewing. So I keep a brewing stand in there. I keep all the brewing supplies, netherwort, blaze rods, what have you. I keep it in that one. And I have it with me just in case I need to make potions on the fly. I do have, I think, 20 brewing stands in the cabin, in the basement of the cabin, which is a very short jaunt from here. But just in case I'm here and I need to brew something quickly, yeah, I keep it with me. The orange one is my pumpkin spice latte, and that's where I keep all of my stones and such. It used to be in the yellow box, which I had nicknamed the Yellowstone box. Ha, get it? Yellow, stone, all the stones go in there. Ha. bad puns, I have them. Um, but I changed it up because I wanted all the boxes I wanted all the boxes to have coffee puns. That way, if I ever misplace one and somebody finds it, they'll know it's mine because it has the coffee pun. It also has NJ on it. It's usually like NJ's yeeting pickaxes. That's great. Excuse me. Um, so yeah, it's usually a coffee pun that says NJ's this. And so that way they know if they've come across it and they find it, they can drop it off in one of the bases that I have on the realm. I have the bookstore and Mascot Farms on the far end of Spawn Town. I have the pumpkin spice latte on the other side of town. I have the cabin. So I have three different areas right now. There's actually another build that I'm going to start very, very soon, which was suggested to me heavily, and I mean heavily, by a couple of my server mates. They want me to build a giant coffee mug on the roof that was blown up by a certain demiurge, and apparently it's free real estate, as he put it. So we've been encouraged to go up there and build. And I noticed that there was a hole in the roof of our nether hub, but couldn't figure out how to get up there. And so I spent a good time trying to figure it out and failed miserably and just went, yeah, so there. But now that we know how to get up there, I'll probably go up there and as soon as I figure out how to build a coffee cup, um, I will do that. I might want some help because I think that would be a nice co-op build, like a couple of us getting together and setting it all up and doing it that way. Oh, I also have the pub in the seaport. That sells some more of my coffees, and my coffee names are I think they're great. Space says that their shulkers are mostly called "If found, please tell Space," because they lose things very easily. Honestly, same. It took me a day and a half to realize that I had left two of my shulkers in under my base, oh awesome, under the bookstore base. Yeah, that was a fun time. I thought I lost those forever. Oops. Oopsie doo. Space off is offering help with the Space is offering help with the coffee build, and that's awesome. I really want to finish this first, so it might be a couple of weeks before I delve into the land of high up Java. I still need to find a name for that too. All right, so where were we? Because I realize I'm standing here prattling away um, coherently too. For not you. That was my echo. It pinged for some reason. Don't mind it. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we need 10 in this row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So then that's 10, and there should be a sea lantern there. Let me go get the sea lanterns, because I think putting them away was not a smart move. Well, I mean, not ideal. Not necessarily not smart, but not ideal. So we're going to grab the sea lanterns. We'll put this nether rack up here for now. And looking at this, we know that there's a sea lantern at the end of this row. So, whoop, okay. And with the sea lantern at the end of this row, there's another sea lantern, and then there's a red nether brick. I believe. So we got this, and then that. Ah, and there's a red nether brick here. So it looks uniform. Okay, so we're doing well. We're doing well. We're getting it. We're getting it. We're there. We're getting there. So now this, that juts out just a little bit, we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this we know is 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. So now we're cooking with gas. And then this one, wait, can I count here? One, one, okay, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then there should be, okay, so we're going to break that and this, because there's a sea lantern here, right? So this is the row underneath. Huh, okay, something's funny. For those of you looking at this pixel map, are you seeing what I see? There's something I'm missing, right? Because I'm going row by row at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ah, oops. I miscounted. The sea lantern goes here. That's what it is. That's why it looks funny. Go figure. Okay, so this is looking much better now. Now we're in a good spot. And we know that there's 12 in this row because the sea lantern jets down like that and then it comes out to there. So the next row that's underneath this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now it says here there should be 13 because the other one was 12. That's why I got confused. I think I was counting the sea lantern spot as a spot. But you know what? No worries. We got it figured out. Alright, so now we're getting somewhere. And I realize as we go along, I do have torches as well. And I think I'm going to just plunk a couple down just to be on the safe side, because you never know. And as we clear out the sea lanterns, and the lava's not in yet, so this is all going to come together eventually. And this area up here is going to get blocked off, and this area over here is going to get back there is going to get blocked off as well, kind of as this all opens up a bit. As I say hello to Cat Lord, who just logged in. Okay, so now we are. But at least now we know that these rows are even. So we can actually just go ahead and plunk down our netherrack over here. And just close this all out. Because we know that the sea lanterns are fine. We know that they're where they're supposed to be. Oh, that would be helpful if I put the nether brick in the right spot. Or netherrack, rather. But in any event, so for those of you at home, what are you doing for New Year's Eve? Besides watching me, which I appreciate. In a few hours, I know that Manatee and I, we're going to go visit with friends, which will be fun. We just saw them a couple of weeks ago, and we didn't have New Year's plans, and they said, "Hey, why don't you come over by us and come spend time with us?" And we said, "Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. We'll do that." So after the stream's over, if there's time, because a lot of the grocery stores are rightfully going to be closed. Oh, Dorito's working. Boo! I'm sorry, Dorito. What time are you working until? Okay, so we've got that all lined up, and I'm running out of nether rack very quickly, and I'm not quite all the way done yet. Oh boy. Okay, so I may need to call on someone who knows what part of the nether I could go to mine some more netherrack, Because I went actually before I started the stream, I went into the mall to look. Probably oh, they're working till 9. Oof. Well, if that means you're still out before midnight, that's good. That's better than working through. Um, but I looked through the mall to see if somebody was selling netherrack, and nobody is. So I'm gonna have to go spelunking into the nether to go get it. And that's fine. It's okay, I guess. I just have to I just have to um I just have to be careful because ghasts are gonna ghast. And getting shot in the face by a ghast is not something I would like to end 2019 on. I'd like to not end up, with my stuff scattered in the nether. That would be bad. Um, Yurgi says, the only reason I'm not working is because my day off just happened to coincide. Probably not going to do much anyway, not really a party person. You know what? That's okay too. Some of us are introverts, and that's cool. I'm not much of an introvert when it comes to holidays and New Year's Eve and that kind of stuff. I prefer to be surrounded by people that I care about and people that I love. And the last couple of New Year's, it's just been Manatee and I, and that's okay. But the extrovert in me just really felt like, and still kind of feels like, even just thinking about it, just not being surrounded by those people and not being able to immerse myself in that extroversion. Um, just it bothers me. And even this morning, we didn't have plans at that point, and I just went, I didn't know how to feel. And my friends came through. I was telling them, hey, we don't have any plans. Is anyone doing anything? And I was venting them about how I felt. And I mean, these are girlfriends that I've, like, my best friends that I've known for years and years, so they know me really well. And oh, Aviva's on. Hello, Aviva. Aviva Kitty, everybody. Um, but they said, "Oh yeah, we're getting together, and we just happen to be getting together, and we want you to um oh, she's playing on airport Wi-Fi. Oof, good luck. Um, but we just happen to be getting together, and we figured you had plans, but since you don't have plans, come spend it with us and come be with us." And that was very sweet of them to do for us, and so we're going to take advantage of that. So hopefully I'll have time to make cookies as a way of saying thank you, even though I was already told that there were Baby Yoda cookies waiting for us when we got there. They said they had made Baby Yoda cookies. And we've watched The Mandalorian, and The Mandalorian, if you're a Star Wars fan, is not bad. It's pretty good. It's one of those shows that for me, I um I will watch if it's on, but I won't necessarily go out of my way to watch it just because there's a laundry list of other stuff that I still have to catch up on. I mean, just in the last 2 weeks alone, I've been told, you know, you need to watch The Blues Brothers, and you need to watch Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. And there's this weird Kill Bill-esque horror musical thing that was recommended to me, uh, which is not safe for kids at all. It's called Repo the Genetic Opera. And I honestly didn't think I would like it so much, especially 5 minutes in. I just went, what am I watching right now? But Paul Sorvino's in it, and I said, you know what? I'm going to give it a try because he signed on board for this, so it has to be decent. And truth be told, I really liked it. I really liked it. And I know that there are some people who are going to watch this and go, "Are you serious? We know you IRL, and that's not something you would ever watch. What the heck?" But no, I really enjoyed it. Oh, hey, Crunchy. Um, Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you, and I hope you're ready for a new year. I really hope that I get to see you for longer than 5 seconds the next time we're in the same space, because we were both at PAX together earlier this month, and it was literally a high and buy situation because our schedules conflicted so much. Because she was volunteering and I was volunteering and Manatee was volunteering, so we were tethered to where we were, which is fine. That's why we go to these things, because we like to volunteer and help out. But oh, hello again, Siski. But at the end, oh, you have a Christmas tree on your. Oh, I love it. Thank you. Again, coming through in the clutch. I love it. Oh my gosh, I am inundated. Thank you. The best. I tell you, I play on an amazing realm with amazing people. I really do. Um, oh, hey Leo, welcome to the stream. Uh, okay. Yeah, I do have big hopes for 2020 as well. Um, I see that there are some new faces who have not been here for a while. So let me do a quick introduction. Let me go to F5 here. And there we go. So for those of you who are just joining, my name is NJ Coffee Junkie, and everyone on this realm and in the Discord that is along with it call me NJ for short. I'm coming to you from New Jersey, that's why there's NJ. And I've been streaming now for a little over 2 months. And I stream mainly Minecraft, although I'm already starting to think about what else I want to do for next year. Um, but I stream primarily from two spaces. One is the Joe Hills of Hermitcraft Patreon realm, called Jody for short. And I also stream off of a relatively new multiplayer server called Fallycraft, which is Real Fally's multiplayer server that he just started a couple of weeks ago. And I've been building Hufflepuff House, my interpretation of Hufflepuff House, on that realm. And if you like, I can show you all that. I can show you that build as soon as we get a little bit further in here. I know I stop and I chat and I stop and I chat and I stop and I chat, but that's just how these streams go. And I'm probably going to go for at least maybe an hour, another hour or so. I've only been at this for a little over an hour, and I've usually try to cap it between 2 and 3 hours, um, because I do want to make sure that I have time to make cookies to bring to my friend's house. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Siski says, grabbed some wheat from my farm outside the cabin and replanted. Well, you're very welcome. Thank you so much. Thanks for the replant. I know that everyone who needs anything from that farm can just take it and replant, and it's totally fine. And I've already said for you to just go right ahead and do it. But again, for those of you who are new to the stream, what we're doing here, you can kind of see it from here, and I actually can't pick those up, so I need to go drop some stuff off so I can do that. Let me plunk down another torch here and a couple over here. Um, this is the evolution of a build that I've had in mind for quite a while, and I started building it. I started building it not too long ago. Then started building it up, and then tore it back down and started over again. But this is a cave space that's near a cabin in the woods that I built over several sessions for an episode of Durander at Home, a two-parter, where he was trying to fix his skin because his skin had been corrupted by the demiurge, basically Joe on this realm. If you check out Hermitcraft Season 6, Episode 140, you'll get an idea of what we mean by that. But in any event, so this was originally going to be just a basic space with lava flows, and there was going to be a design in the middle and everything else. And then I said, you know what? I can do better than that. It was really a really good episode. I wanted to do better than that. I wanted to do bigger than that because my builds are they're relatively small and condensed in comparison to some of my realm mates, and I wanted to do something big and bulky and chunky and just really challenge myself. So what I did was I found an image of a pomegranate that's cut from top to bottom, and I wanted to recreate that as this nether space. Essentially, thinking of the nether as the underworld, because that's kind of that could be an interpretation of it with the lava and everything else. Like when I think of the river Styx, I don't think of it as a body of water necessarily. It could potentially be a body of lava, and so that's where I got that idea from. And so I had a friend of mine, Kaylina TV on here. She helped me pixelate the picture so that I could map out exactly how to recreate it in Minecraft. Because yeah, there's mods and stuff like that, but Realms doesn't necessarily do that, and I wanted the added challenge of trying to do the math. Which, for those of you who have been here this entire time, you've seen the struggle bus, and I'm driving the struggle bus, but I'm making it work. Um, so I had started this offline, this whole creation, and I got so deep into it that I had to actually cut myself off, because if I didn't cut myself off, I would have finished it, and then you wouldn't see the transition, you wouldn't see the progress, you wouldn't see any of that. And I didn't want to deprive any of you who are taking the time out to watch this evolution. I didn't want to. Oh, good. Glad you're home, Cod. Welcome back. Um, I didn't want you to miss out on that evolution. So I cut myself off and said, you know what? I'm going to get home early from work today. I'm going to stream so that everyone can see what this progress is. Okay? So this is basically where we are right now. We've been at this for about an hour. The bottom halves here were done last night because I got so excited. I just went right in and plunked them in. And we're going to fill this all in with sea lanterns in a few, if I remember to, keep talking and placing at the same time, because there's counting involved and stuff. Let's see. So Leo says, never got into Minecraft. To be honest, more of a Nintendo person like Smash Brothers and Mario, but I never say no to new games. I dipped into Overwatch and Rocket League. Overwatch and Rocket League are a lot of fun to watch. They're not necessarily my cup of tea, although I'm willing to try Rocket League at least once. Skizzleman does sometimes does Thursday streams with Tango Tech, and they play Rocket League. Sometimes okay, sometimes not so okay, but they have fun doing it, and that's the most important thing. Um, there was also these two streamers, Pasta and Shadow, that a friend introduced us to, and they were competing for sushi, and Shadow won, and I was rooting for Shadow. So I was like, yeah, Team Shadow! Yeah! They had no idea who I was. It didn't matter. Everyone was having fun. Um, so there's that. Yurgi says, that's one of the nice things about there being so many different games to choose from. Personally, they like Minecraft because it's such a great platform for expression. Absolutely. It absolutely is. And growing up, I never really considered myself a very creative person. I was a reader. I read a lot, and I wrote a bunch of stuff, and I wrote poetry back in the day. But I never considered myself this kind of creative. Like, I never really did the Lego thing and all this and that. Um, and I got into Minecraft. If you give me 1 second, I really want to get another layer of this. So let me just count this out really fast, and then I'll explain. Let's see. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, can somebody put 15 in the chat for me? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ah, beautiful. Thank you. I just didn't want to lose count. Awesome. Okay, so we have the 15 there. And then, let's see. And then there's supposed to be something here, so we'll finish that in a sec. Okay. And then we're now 1, 2, 3. This is 4 now, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Oh, this goes all the way across, but we're gonna not do that. Let's do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so we're doing another 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, and we're gonna plunk a torch right there until we need it. Maybe one here too, and one there. Torch spamming is totally okay to do, because you want to try to prevent mobs from spawning. And Siski came by before to help make sure that there were no mobs. We also know that now this is equivalent to one another, so we know that there are 15 on these sides as well. So we're going to go 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Smoosh. 11. Wait, shoot. I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, wait, that might not look right, but we'll figure it out in a second. We need to terraform this just a little bit so I have a little bit of breathing room. I also know that I need to be careful because if you notice from a previous stream, there's an area Oh, I'm full up because he gave me all that nether. They gave me all that netherrack. Okay. Um, okay, so that was 15. Yes, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're 3 down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so it's 15 and 15. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Space says Pasta and Shadow are great. That they are. They're really cool dudes. We got to meet them. We got to meet them at PAX, and they're just super down to earth, totally chill, just super people. And Cod says that they managed to get 11 of their head in Phallycraft. That's really impressive. I don't have any. I actually just have a Wandering Trader head, which is really neat, and I've worn it around a bit before. Um, let's see. So now we're closer to this end. So we'll work from up here. So we know that it's, let's see, on the right side it's uh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, that. Oh, it is 5. Okay, it's 5. Oh, and Siski says they helped Codmaster a little bit. That's cool. That's really cool. So we know that there's 5 on this side, which means that there's 5 on this side. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's in. That's good stuff. Okay. By murdering them. Oh, wonderful. Um, well, yeah, I mean that's how every player gets heads if I remember correctly, right? Um, okay. So now we're going down here and this is where it starts to get a little bit squirrely. So we know that there's 2 there. And I'm just bouncing around the design at this point because I know the outline is going to be the worst of it. Um, so, there's that. Let's see. Let's see what else is going on here. Uh, Death and a tour. Okay. Tours are good. I give tours here on the realm when new players come in if I happen to be available. That's just my way of paying it forward because of the kindness shown to me by members like Cara Sophia who showed me around my first day. But as you can see, we're getting really close to being able to finish off the interior of this pomegranate and replacing the sea lanterns with white concrete, which apparently everyone said they liked. Although, um, I might want to keep the sea lanterns just to keep the mobs out, but I want to see how it looks completely with the white concrete. I'm also going to have to try to remember what I did with my scaffolding so that I can pillar upwards and get a good view, an overview of all this. And I'm going to have to carve all this out. But we'll see. All right, where was I? So, okay, so we have the 2 that are here. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then from the 3, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And then from the 5, which is right underneath this right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because it's pretty much level. And then there should be a ceiling. Oh, no, not there. I need a sea lantern right there. Okay, so that's good. We have that in place now. That's good. And then it should be, this needs to come out because I think that's in the wrong spot. Let me pick this up too, maybe. No? Okay, I'm just going to let it despawn. So now that we have this sticking out, Um, yeah, because I use sea lanterns for that. Let's see. We have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So then, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then there's that right there. So that's good. And then basically it's just netherrack all the way through. So why don't we just go ahead and fill this in and empty our inventory just a little bit. Okay, that's one stack down. I actually like netherrack. My lava shop Spice Baby has it. Let's see. Space says, listening to someone count repeatedly is making them sleepy. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to be all ASMR and all that. Um, just the counting really helps. It really just helps me stay focused and makes sure that I don't have this looking all screwy. And I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to break those two. Chill is not a bad thing. It's really not. It's not. As I realize that all of this needs to be filled in. Okay. So we're almost there. We're almost there, peeps. We've got one whole giant side filled in. And now we have to go do the other one. Because I think we laid out the sea lanterns just right to make it easier for us and easier here to lay this all out. And I do appreciate all the help that I've had so far today. You are all pretty stellar with that, and I thank you very much. Space says they were up pretty late. Well, yeah, so was I. I went to bed after 1 a.m. because why not? And I realize I really shouldn't fill this in until I count this out. Okay. Alrighty. So we're at an hour 22. Probably go for about another 40 minutes or so. Let's see. So we have the 1, 2, we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, right? The 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we have the 6. And then at the 3, we have, because that's going outwards. Wait, am I doing this wrong? Hold on. Oh, this is the lower one. So then in between, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it should go all the way to a sea lantern. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then boom, sea lantern. Okay. And then the red nether rack or red nether brick should be here. If I'm reading this right. So this is from the interior, right? This is from this is from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 nether brick. Yeah, and 10 and then the sea lantern, then the nether brick. Okay. So I was right there. So this is off by 1. And that's why it's looking funny. At least if I counted right. So we'll see. So we got the 1, and then there's 7 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see if that helps. Okay. So under this sea lantern here, we have not that. we have a piece of nether brick. Or netherrack, rather. Okay. Let's see. So I do believe that this all gets put in there. So this is after the 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then the nether brick. Okay. So basically, this works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on. I need to do this up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's one extra. So this has to go. Alright. Now we're cooking with gas, as the saying goes. This, I guess, will have to be filled in with sea lanterns and stuff, I believe. But we'll fix that, or concrete at this point, and we'll see. So after this one, right here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful! Why there's a random sea lantern there, I don't know. And I think that's because there's supposed to be oh, biscuits. I might be a little bit confused. Okay, so there's 2 there. There's 2 there. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So that's why. So this isn't supposed to be here. It's supposed to be here. And then... Wait, no, there's supposed to be... And then netherrack here. Okay, so now I think we got it figured out. And then the 3, and there should be 2, and then the netherrack. Not that. I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board because there are some things that don't exactly match the outline because they're a slightly different color. But I think we might have to use the red nether brick for it just because. And so I think that's where the math and the look is kind of going a little sideways. Like but it's an easy fix. For now though, let's take a second here and kind of get an idea of where we are. Okay. So, how is that looking so far? Because that's the overview. Cod says they have 12 heads of their own. They were wearing one. That's cool. I haven't had the pleasure of wearing my own head yet, other than what's already been provided to me. But this is coming along really well. This is actually starting to really jive and really flow. Now, you see the white concrete? Do you think the sea lanterns should stay, or should the white concrete stay instead? I know Siski had said earlier about the white concrete staying. But part of me almost thinks that the sea lanterns work somehow. I'm not sure. So, drop your thoughts. Siski says that their dilemma is that they'd like to have their own head on Fallycraft, but they want to keep their death count at 0. That's a conundrum. And you're just gonna have to, if you want to stay alive, stay alive. If you want your head, take one for the team and get your head. That's a tough decision to make. Crunchy says that she likes the lanterns better. I'm really feeling the lanterns. I think they add something, and they're great creeper prevention. And I do see that there are some areas that might need a little bit more light. And as you can see, when people walk in, I want them to be able to see this unobstructed. So a lot of this up here, like this whole area here, this all has to get evened out. And I have a ton of prismarine and prismarine bricks that will lay out the sides, and a ton. I have 10 buckets of lava. I have 10 buckets of lava, and I want to put those to good use. And I think between those and I can get additional lava from other places. I have several lava flows under my base that I think I'm going to use. Will it hurt my lava economy? Probably, because I'm going to use it. But at the same time, I'm okay with that, knowing that it's being used for a really cool build. And if people want lava, I can help them go find it in other places. Um, and again, you would think that, paint by numbers would be easy. Apparently not for me, but, you got to make it work somehow. So there's that. So we're just going to fill this in for now and kind of see what happens. And if we need to double check and tweak, then we're going to double check and tweak. But for the most part, this entire pomegranate is supposed to be full. So we're just going to lay that out like that. And if we look at the diagram, we have the 3 that comes down, and then there's another lantern I put here. We'll put netherrack here, and then we've got the 2 that comes down, and then this is supposed to have netherrack as well, so that's going to get some netherrack. Even though that's 3, it should be 2. Well, yeah, 1, 2, because the 1 sea lantern. Let's see, so we got the 3, and then the 2, and then the 3, and then the 2, and then the 1, 2. And then I think this is netherrack as well. So we'll put netherrack in there. We'll put netherrack in there, not there. That's not what we wanted. Okay. Cod is asking who is the cake shop person on Fallycraft? And Dorito says paint by numbers are hard. Paint by numbers are hard when you have it in front of you, and it's for me it's hard because it's on the screen. It's not laid out flat in front of me because I forgot to print this before I left work. Excuse me. So that was completely on me. Um, so for lack of a better word, I'm kind of just winging it. I think I will put a sea lantern in here though, because I think a sea lantern for what I'm looking in this pattern works better than what I have in front of me. So we've got the 3, and this doesn't belong here, so this needs to go, because this needs to go. So we have this, and so it is 1, okay, so it is 1, 2, 3, so not that. 1, 2, okay, so it is technically 3 down to the 2, and then there's 1 here. Okay, so I think we're okay now. And then, I think 1 goes here, 1 goes here. I think. I might have to tweak that later. And then I believe 1 goes here, and then here. No, that doesn't look right. That's gotta go. But to answer your question, Cod, on this particular server, I am the one who sells cake. I sell it for 2 diamonds per cake. It is apple spice cake, and it is sold at Mascot Farms. There should be a 5th one. Oh wait, no, that is 5. That's wrong. So this has to be fixed. That was my bad. Alright, let's try this again. We're almost there. We're almost there. And we are so close to being done. So we have the we have the 5 here, the 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then above that is 2 netherrack, and then a sea lantern, and then netherrack, and then there's netherrack and a sea lantern. And I think this, let's see. Yeah, okay. That's right. And then this is all filled in with sea lanterns, I believe. So there's the zigzag, and then 1, 2, break that, 3, right? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, then 1, then 6, and then it juts back out. So these two don't belong. Alright, that works. So then those are there. And then this gets filled in with netherrack, netherrack, and then we put in the nether bricks around it, which it looks a little squirrely. I'll be honest, it does. But it's not going to be perfect, and it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be. Now, all we have to do is check this side, and then check that side, and I think we'll be mostly done, because the rest of it's pretty much filled in at this point. Alright, so we've got this in the 1, 2, 3. We need 2 netherrack here, right? And then we have a red nether brick here. And then it's netherrack, netherrack, netherrack. And then that. I think we can break this one so it's not so square. And I think on the other side I made the same judgment call. Space is saying, "Yay, almost done." Yeah, you said it. I've been at this for a while now. And that's fine. Okay. So I think this is pretty much done, at least this part of it. So let's grab our cobble, because I don't remember what I did with my scaffolding. What the heck, we'll just use another brick, it's fine. Alright. And there you go. Oh, okay, looks like we missed a couple of spots. Hold on, let's go fill those in. I thought we were done, but I forgot about that top part. So we'll put one there and one there, and we'll fill this in with netherrack. You know what? It's close enough. It's close enough. I think it'll look fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be mine. And ours. It's technically ours because we all worked on it today. And for that, I am very thankful. Alright, so let's take a look. Alright. So there you go. That's how it looks right now. What do you think? Obviously, there looks like there's some sea lanterns that have to get fixed on the sides, but I think overall it looks good. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Although, to be honest, I'm going to go down there and put sea lanterns in, because that just doesn't look right to me. So we'll throw in some sea lanterns. So let's see, that should be 2, 2, 2, and that is 2, 2, 2. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Feel a little bit better about that now. Alright, now let's take another look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that is pretty much done. The outline is done. It kind of looks like It kind of looks like a pomegranate. It's a little flatter on the sides because it's supposed to be. Um, I think we got somewhere with this today. Um, I'm still feeling the sea lanterns as a light source in there. What I could do is take all the sea lanterns out and replace them with white concrete, and then we can take another look. Unless you all basically say, hey, the sea lanterns are great, don't move them. So I'm going to take a second. I'm going to let you all look at this, and I want you to tell me point blank what you think. Let me give you guys a sec. Dorito likes the sea lanterns. Crunchy before had said they liked the sea lanterns. Sixty had said they liked the white concrete. So talk to me. Um, okay. I see some positivity in the chat. That makes me happy. So it looks like we basically have this all set. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and take out the concrete and replace it with the sea lanterns that I had originally taken out. Because I think that's really going to bring it all together. And don't worry, after the stream I will make sure to fix my pick. Because I can hear you all now going, watch your pick's gonna break. Don't worry, I know. I had actually gone to our skeleton farm, I believe it was after the last stream, and I spent a good 20 minutes mending everything I had that I had abused while down here. And I actually do have another pick. Um, I have a separate pick that has Fortune on it, Fortune 3, I believe, that I had picked up from Vin's bookshop on sale. And I didn't put Silk Touch on it because I wanted to be able to have a fortune pick where I could break coal and other things and not have to worry about that kind of stuff. About, not being able to break coal ore and stuff. So this is basically with the sea lanterns, all the sea lanterns. Like I said, I think it's gorgeous. I Right now the only thing that's really left to do, um, yes, that. Okay, understood. I think what's left to do in here is to basically start terraforming. And how I'm going to do that is let me show you the chest, the shulker box that M dropped off. So this is my box of Joe. She had dropped off an entire chest full of materials. So we have prismarine, we have dark prismarine, we have prismarine bricks, and we have magma blocks. So we have a lot of different items at our disposal to help terraform the space. And for those of you who play Minecraft, you're wondering. I explained this a little earlier, but you're probably wondering why I've picked prismarine of all things. And I picked prismarine as opposed to basic concrete or anything like that because I wanted something that would be a kind of a screaming contrast to the dark richness of using nether-based materials. Um, it has this like shiny brightness, and I think if you're familiar with the myth, um, I do believe, and at least it's my interpretation, that Hades was drawn to Persephone because of the brightness of her and the light that she shone. I mean, she was, goddess of flowers and other things. So there's a light to her that I think he was drawn to. And I think that's why he kidnapped her. Because she just exuded something that he didn't really have and he wanted. Um, so that's my interpretation, and I'm sticking with it. So I was looking for something that I thought would exude that that reasoning, and I thought prismarine was perfect for it. Yes, it looks aquatic, and in the original design of the space, I had put sea lanterns in, and it kind of looked like a turtle, and I might actually return to that at some point because I think it would be really nifty if we did
If we did a Poseidon based build, and just, basically run the gamut of all the Greek gods and goddesses, because why not? It would also be a great refresher for me because I'm so out of practice with all of the myths anyway. Even though Persephone and Hades is my favorite myth to read. Um, it would be nice to kind of delve into a little bit more of that mythology and that lore and bring interpretations of that to life in Minecraft. Kind of like what I'm doing on Fallycraft with the Hufflepuff House. It's my interpretation of what Hufflepuff House would be if it wasn't in Hogwarts. So there's a lot of coziness and warmth, and a little bit of mild joking at the fact that I didn't measure the hill. So when I was putting in space for bookshelves, I bore through the side of the hill that I'm building into and went, ooh, oops, that kind of thing. So remember, always check your spaces. And right now I'm filling this all in with prismarine so that we can get that contrast like I had mentioned. And I think it'll really make the space pop even louder, even more. And I will replace these torches. I will have sea lanterns put in. I do have plenty of extra sea lanterns, so they're definitely going to go in here somehow, some way. And also lava. Lava is a great natural light source if you know how to use it and don't go swimming in it. Um, we have another. We have access. Some of us have access to a second realm in the Patreon, and I have access to it, and we have creative access. Space says Prismarine is their favorite block. It's one of my favorite blocks, I'm not going to lie. I'm right there with you. I'm going to take 2 stacks this time. Um, but, I forgot what I was going to say now. um, but yeah, so, um, I sometimes do that. I'll be in the middle of a sentence and I'll get distracted by something one of you says, and then the whatever I was going to say just goes completely sideways, and it's fine. Oh yeah, lava. But lava is definitely a nice to have natural light source if you know how to use it. And on the esports realm that I have access to, I was working on something for what ended up becoming a future episode for Joe Hills, and like we were doing alternate hermitcraft. So we were building parodies of the different like landmarks in hermitcraft, and one of them was the giant spire, his giant spire. And so I opted to build that because it was something that would take a while and but was simple and it didn't need a lot of people for it, and it was one of those things where I could just come back to it as needed. Um, because of how busy I was at that time, like late October, um, mid October to December is a really busy time of year for me and Manatee, and so we're out and about, and our opportunities to play are few and far between. I'm not gonna lie. So I said, let me tackle this so that I can at least work on it when I have the free time, so that I'm not tied into anything that so that I'm not tied into anything important that might be needed later. You guys can handle that, you peeps can handle that, and I can handle this simple thing, and whether or not it's used, it's fine. And so that's basically what I did. And it's kind of done and kind of not. The basic structure's finished. There's even the the Hermity the Hermity mock base in there that he had built. I threw that in there for giggles. And excuse me. And so I finished that, but I think I made it too narrow because if you try to zip through it or try to go through it or try to build into it further, it's not or try to uh, tailor it a little bit or trim it down a little bit on the sides like he had. It's a little harder to do because of how thin the walls are, of how I built it. I kind of freeformed it. I didn't follow any specific thing or anything else. Um, yeah, we were supposed to finish it by January. I don't know. It's already been in one episode, so I'm assuming we're okay to finish it whenever, but don't quote me on it. So I'm gonna just keep terraforming here so we can expose more of the ceiling. Um, but oh yes, I remember now. So last stream, if you guys were here for, if you all were here for that impromptu stream I did, Christmas Eve, Siski says working with Joe is unpredictable. Yes, that's half the fun. I hope that you get to meet him someday because he's a cool, cool cat. I love just being able to chat with him for a while. I'm streaming Aviva. I don't know if, hold on, I should tell her. I'm streaming. We're chatting about esports. Um, okay. She's caught up. Awesome. So I'm just terraforming the ceiling. Um, but last stream, Christmas Eve, I'm pretty sure I streamed after that. But if you remember, the hour-long stream that I did, Sunday morning, the 2.5 hour stream, whatever. Um, what happened was I was going to tell you all a funny story that had to do with Persephone. And I realized later, as I was listening to the playback, that I never got around to that story because, like the dog, in Up, I get distracted by Squirrel. If you haven't already figured that out, and so, um, Joe Yurgi says Joe is fun people, and Cod says that they saw the joy of Joe's death live. Yeah, a lot of us did, and there was no joy. There was no joy that day. Pardon me for 1 second. My throat's getting really dry. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Um, I have some soda next to me. This Coke Zero Orange Vanilla. It's really good. Um, but in any event, so this story, right? Picture it. High school, mid 90s, or early 90s, actually, come to think of it. I was set to perform a piece for my acting class, and I had picked the myth of um, oh no wait, I had picked the myth of Persephone and Hades for that, and I had started it, and I guess my classmates, I realized I got my stories mixed up, but my classmates didn't understand what I was doing with it, but my drama teacher was really impressed by my interpretation that lasted maybe a minute and a half because I started getting teased and I was like, no, I'm not having this, and I left. The story though, the story was from that class, and that's what made me think of it. Um, the story goes like this. So for those of you who don't know, I am an aficionado of all things heavy metal. So from Megadeth to Metallica to Anthrax, you name it, almost all of it I'll listen to. Excuse me. Right? So I listen to a lot of different genres within heavy metal and hard rock. Well, my friends were in a band in high school because, there's always that one group of friends that you know who's in a band or starting a band or something. And so you get really behind them because their music's not that bad. And to this day, if I could find the cassette tapes, I would listen to it. But I haven't found the cassette tapes since I moved. Um, but they had this one really haunting, beautiful song that they had written about their friend. And I decided in my drama class to perform some sort of interpretation of it. And back then, because, that's what you did as a kid in the mid 90s or whatever, you wore leather jackets and had long hair and all this and that. And I had really long hair. I mean, really long. Now I don't keep it as long because it's too much of a pain to maintain. But back then, my hair, I didn't cut it for years. So we're talking almost, down to my rear end. It was really long. And so I'm doing this interpretation. I'm going to do this song. I'm lip syncing and everything else. And I had a lighter with me because back then I was, not the brightest bulb and I was smoking, but I had a lighter with me. And so I was using the lighter for dramatic effect, like you do. And I had flipped my hair forward to get the swaying of my hair in tune with the music. Well, you kind of know where this is going, right? Now, everything I've just said Everything I've just said is relevant to the rest of the story. So here I am on stage. I have very long hair. I'm going to say it's about halfway down my back at this point. I used to have really, really, really long hair. Um, so I had really long hair. I was wearing a leather jacket and I had a lighter. The combination of those, the individuality of those things is one thing. The combination of those things is a completely different ball of wax. So the song starts, I get into the groove of what I'm going to do, and I start my performance, and I'm getting ready and everything like that, and I lean forward, and I've got the lighter, and I light the lighter, not realizing that I had misjudged where the lighter was in relation to my hair, and my head goes right up. My hair just right up. And I just go, oh no, this is bad. Now, my entire class freaks because my hair is on fire. However, thankfully, I was quick thinking, realizing I had the leather jacket on. So the lighter goes out, and this is all within. This is all. I see some of your reactions. So this is all the matter of maybe 5 seconds. So I know I recognize and I acknowledge that my hair is on fire, and I'm wearing the leather jacket. And so the next thing I know, I'm swinging my arms in a clapping motion, using the sleeves of the leather jacket, knowing I'd be protected, to put my hair out. As I'm smacking my hair, I'm smacking my hair trying to put my hair out. I put my hair out and I'm so mortified. I just went, okay, that's a thing that happened. Meanwhile, I'm internally just I'm dying inside. Just this did not happen. I'm such a stupid kid. Good grief. It was so bad. Now mind you, after it was all put out and everything was fine, I mean, we just laughed. We howled. We were just crying with laughter over just how stupid that was, and yeah, I never used flame in any of my performances again, and I have since kept my hair very short. Like I said, it's a personal preference, not necessarily because I have a tendency to light myself up like a Christmas tree. But yeah, I was very proud of myself. My dad was proud too. He goes, "Yeah, quick thinking there, kiddo." Like, yeah, pretty much. Mind you, I got an A in the class, so I guess that helped. I guess. And fun fact, I was a senior in high school by then, so I should have known better. Didn't. It's fine. It's okay. And the funny thing is that I actually took drama class because I couldn't take I couldn't take Shakespeare. I had opted to take Shakespeare. Yeah, pretty much. Very much a Cleo moment. Absolutely, Siski. Absolutely. Um, okay, I have to read some of these comments to everybody because this is just silly. Cod is asking if I still want sand and glass. Yes, please. I could always use some glass. I don't need much. I might want to tweak my windows, and I don't have silk touch. So if you could drop off some for me, that would be great. Yergi's giving me the big eyes. Crunchy says, "Girl, that's so metal." Yeah, pretty much. Um, Codmaster face palmed at me. That was well earned, even though it was a long time ago. Space Dorito is basically key smashing without key smashing, and calling me Hades. Sure, why not? Yergi is in tears, crying and giggling too hard. Hey, that's what I'm here for. If I can make you laugh at my expense, then my job is done. Crunchy says, so BA, oh my god, very much so. Very much so. Dorito is laughing so hard, and Codmaster has called me the girl on fire. And Crunchy says that they want an encore the next time they see me. We'll see about that. My reflexes ain't what they used to be, so I don't think I don't think so. I think if I'm going to ever be on fire again, which is not the last time I was on fire, if you count being visited by the demiurge and having blazes set me on fire, that was not necessarily the last time I was set on fire, quote unquote. There was a time that not too long after that happened, actually, where I was hanging out with my friends outside of the high school, like you do, and one of them was smoking a cigarette, because back then that's what you did. Not me necessarily, but other people. And they flicked the butt of their cigarette out. But their aim was terrible because they didn't flick down, they flicked across. And the butt of the cigarette landed in my sweatshirt hood. And no, I am not kidding. I am serious. It was in my sweatshirt hood. That's your encore. So there was a realization of that, and everyone went, "Oh my God, here we go again!" As I'm turning over my sweatshirt hood with the sweatshirt still on, mind you, to get rid of the cigarette butt that was still somewhat lit before my face or anything else went up. Um, Oddly enough, okay, I heard zombies. They're probably on the other side of this wall, so I have to be cautious. Um, Oddly enough, though, I was the most normal out of the group. My friends did not want me to smoke. My friends did not want me to do the things that they were doing, and were very active and influential in making sure that I did not make the same quote unquote mistakes that they did or were doing. They were very protective, and still to this day, when I see them, they are still very protective of me. Um, so they make sure that I take care of myself. And I had mentioned earlier today even that New Year's Eve is always a tough day for me because I've become very much an extrovert over the years, and I like being around people. I like being with people. Um, I get a lot of my energy from being with people, and that's why I love going to conventions and I love meeting people, even though it's hard on me anxiety wise because I really honestly do get my energy from other people, and it can be draining at times, but that's just how it is. And so for me, New Year's Eve is always tough if we don't have plans or anything because I want to be surrounded by a lot of people because that's how I want to kick off the year. I want to be able to grab that energy and harness it because I feel like that's ultimately um, the best way to kick off a new year, especially a year that was for Manatee and I a really bad year. Um, and hi, Em, welcome to the stream. Yes, you missed the entire thing, and you're gonna have to watch the replay or just ask me later, and I will fill you in. Because yeah, it was story time with NJ. And I am happy. I am happy to say I remembered to tell the story this time. Uh, but right now, what you're seeing, and for those of you who also are joining into this stream, I said I was going to cut it at 2 hours because it is a little after. It's almost. Oh wow! It's almost 4:30. Okay, it's almost 4:30 my time, and I very much want to try to make cookies before Manatee and I have to go to before we have to go to our friend's house for their party. Okay. Looks like I need to put um that doesn't look right, but that's okay. So this is what we ended up with for now. Um M says she could scream because she missed it, but the build looks amazing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. This is the best straight interpretation of the pomegranate that I could find. Um, Excuse me. There is some nuance to it, but I feel as though if I speckled it with anything, I think it would take away from the build. Um, there was talk about putting in white concrete as opposed to the sea lanterns, and that that wasn't jiving. It didn't look right to everyone, and I agree. So I also see on the one side that we might need to put in another sea lantern, but maybe later. Um, So we were just spending the day experimenting and trying different things with the white concrete and the whatnot. And there's prismarine on the floor so that you get that super contrast to the pomegranate itself. It does look a little dark, and I do have to put down some torches, and I'll do that. I'll do that before I log out. Um, the back area up there and down there, they need to be cordoned off. Um, like I said, I'm not sure where I want the portal to be. Part of me thinks that it should be where that center line is right there, if you can see it. Um, but at the same time, I feel like if the portal's there, then you're not going to see the crown of the pomegranate, and I'm not okay with that. I would rather people see it. Um, so I'm not exactly sure where I want the portal to go. Because there's definitely going to be a portal in here because this is exactly what it's for. The walls here and even up here were this is all going to be terraformed a little bit. I know that the um I know that the ceiling itself is kind of low. I could probably go up maybe 2, 3 blocks total, and open the ceiling up a little bit more before it hits the surface. Um, and this entire area through here is going to have either prismarine. It's probably going to be a mix of prismarine, dark prismarine, prismarine blocks, sea lanterns, and lava. Because A, I have the materials to do it, and B, um, maybe. I mean, it would require a lot of terraforming. Well, also, I'm also really high up, so I would have to I would have to terraform this whole back area, and figure out how to reconfigure the mouth of the cave so that it fits in, so that you see this. But at the same time, also, there would have to be a way for people to get out. Um, because I feel like if people come through, they're not going to come through from here. They're going to come through and go out back out this way. They're not going to see this. So, if I were to make the portal there, then there would have to be something or a way that maybe close this off and have them come through here and then outside, and then just put the cave entrance in a different spot. Um, so that might be something to consider. But like I said, there's a lot of terraforming that has to happen here. There's a lot of smoothness that has to happen. I have my shulkers all through here. All of them are with me because I didn't know what materials I would need. I've been abusing the iron blocks that I brought with me. Um, yes, over by the wool farm. Okay, so I'm going to get down from here. And I'm going to come out here because, what about using glass for a fog effect? Um, I thought about that, and I do have glass. Well, I own the glass shop, so I have tons of glass. Um, so this is the mouth of the cave right here. And I found this because it's relatively close to the cabin. This poppy right here points me towards this random diagonal row of poppies, which leads me back to the cabin. And I set that path up that way because every time I'd come out of the mouth of the cave, I'd get disoriented of where I needed to go and then get lost. So what I'm going to do for now, because I do need to repair that pick. That pick is making me very nervous. Um, let's see. That's the box I got from my Secret Santa with ghast here, so now I can make regen potion because I am too chicken to go after a ghast myself. We're going to put the Mending Fortune 3 pick away. We're going to take this with us. We're going to put the iron pick away. I did buy some Silk Touch and some mending books because I wanted to mend. I wanted to put mending on these pants. There's also fire protection. I tried to blend the fire protection and the other protection and it wouldn't let me. So yeah, so we're going to take the mending book with us too because I want to put mending on those pants. And I might want to put other stuff on it, but I just don't know what. The pumpkin spice latte is going to get all the stone and the iron ore and the netherrack and everything else because I don't need to carry it with me. The white concrete ended up being a bust, so, is what it is. I still have plenty of cooked cod, so I'm good there. And I have tons of red nether brick. I have tons of everything. Um, so what I might do is if I don't need any of this red nether brick, I'm probably just gonna sell it because Slacker's store is out, and if people need it, they can just come get it from these chests or whatever. So there's a lot still that has to get done, and I saw that there was iron and coal somewhere around here, and I'm gonna go get that too because coal, even though I have a ton of it here, I can always use more because we always need coal for stuff, especially torches on the fly. I've abused a lot of torches, which reminds me, I'm just going to place a few more before I leave here because I don't need a creeper coming in here and ruining everything because that would stink. And I am going to leave the sea lanterns. I think they were a good call, and I think everyone who has said one way or the other has the right idea, regardless of what I chose. Because ultimately, in the end, we want to make sure that everything stays nice and lit up, and that it's the way we want it to be and stuff like that. So we're just gonna spam torches here for a minute. Let's see. Let's see. What would you charge for the white concrete? I just bought it from Mal's shop, so I would say go to Mal's shop because she had plenty. Let's see. Dorito says, stop making them so hungry. I can't help it. Dorito wants a pomegranate, and there you go. Oh, it's nighttime. We should probably sleep. Sleep? I've had phantoms on my tail for the last 3 or 4 cycles now, and I don't mind because the phantom membranes are fantastic for slow falling potion. Pardon me, I'm going to sip my soda here. But I still have plenty, and nobody on the server has told me that no one on the server has told me that they needed anything right now. I do keep a lot of stock, and while I'm out here, let me show you what I meant by the cabin real fast. We'll go on a quick little tour. So like I said, I have those poppies there to lead me back towards the cabin because I know where the cabin is, and I know how to get back to Spawn Town from the cabin. We're gonna take this bubble vader that Fally put in for me. He and Space Dorito run a shop, but I wasn't kidding. I have brewing stands all over the place, and this was set up for Durander's episode. I'm probably gonna stream for the next maybe 5 minutes or so. My throat's getting a little sore, and I want to make sure I get cookies started before we leave for my friend's house because I don't want to go there empty-handed, and the stores close at 6 and I'm not going there now. So there's that. So we can take this long tunnel back out. There's one way. There are 2 ways down and 2 ways out. There's this way. And if we come back over here, we'll see the Mascot Farms mini farm. That is pumpkins and wheat. I should probably cull those pumpkins at some point, and I will in time. There's a path that was put in here that leads from Fally's over lit base, and you'll see why in just a second. That leads from his base not just to Max on one side, but to my cabin, and now the cave on the other. It feels really good to know that the pomegranate's done, though. I'm really proud of it, and I really appreciate all the help that I've had today. Let's see. Dorito says they have cookies. Well, you said you were hungry, and if you want something specific and you don't have a pomegranate, if you have cookies, I guess that's the next best thing. So far I've had, half a banana and some chili before the stream. Half a bagel, not a banana. I had a banana too, but there's that. Alright, so this is our nether hub. This is the green tunnel of the nether hub. I need to go this way. Okay. And yes, I do need to eat. Don't mind me. And before we go, we're gonna do a raid. but not yet. I just want to... Oh, wait, you know what? Hold on. Let's see. What was I going to show you? I was going to show you something. Because I need to go... okay, so they're at the Skelly farm. That's where I was going to head. That's okay. Where should I take you? You know what? I'm going to head over and to the zombie farm, I think. That's the skeleton farm. Is the zombie farm here too? I can't remember. No, that's the gold farm. I refuse to go to the gold farm because everyone dies. Okay, that's the green. That's where I just came from. Now up here, there's some building space up here, and I think I'm going to save that for next. Oh, there's a... Okay, that works too. Um, so you know what? You know what, everybody? It's been 2 hours, and M says, "Have I looked at the lecterns?" Yes, there's a lectern at each of the different tunnels. At least there was one here. I don't know where it went. Um, there's one over here though. But there's a lectern for a guide to show where everything is with coordinates and everything. Like for example, let me show you this one real quick. Uh, Okay, so the Green Tunnel Nether Guide, an all-encompassing guide to the Green Nether Tunnel on the Joe Hills Thanks You realm. Up to date as per December 20th. Spawn Town portal centrally located at these coordinates: Mal's, the Seaport Inn, Falley's new base. Proceed up the stairs to the right for the following: the Unmarked Woodland Village, Nature Preserve, Vinville. Aviva Kitty, the Dark Cave Portal, the new Nether Fortress, Kilolio, Space Enterprises, and David's Desert. QT and Christina and Shay's Crystal Oasis. Those are for the portals. You'll notice that even though Max build and the cabin and the pomegranate are not listed, you'll notice they're not. That's because there is no there's no portal attached to those spaces, and that's part of why I've built the pomegranate in there, is because I wanted a portal to the Nether from there, so that it would, because there's Falley's portal and there's another portal that's not too far, but my area is smack in the middle, and I wanted something that could be in the middle in case people wanted to come straight to the cabin or straight to whatever, so that they could just go straight there, because there are things for them to do. Um, but there's one for pretty much every tunnel, and I wanted to make sure that what I had put in was there, because with the seaport and everything else, my main first base, the bookstore, which, you know what, I will go show you before I go. Before we go and before we raid somebody, we'll go this way. Um, because that is essentially down the street, so to speak, from the seaport, and to I don't feel it necessary to put in a portal when there's one literally right here. Um, my that build is also not listed, and if M or whoever went and listed all the builds that were in Spawn Town, it would be a 30-page book. You'd need two or three. You would need two or three different books to cover it. It would be one powerful redstone piece of work, that would be for sure. But so this is why I don't have a portal, because my build is right here. This is Mascot Farms. That's F&P. They are based off of real-life mascots that my husband and I carry around with us in our travels. If Crunchy, if you're still here, squeal all you want, because this is one of the builds I'm really, really proud of. Those are my cows and my chickens. I'm not just a barista, but I'm also a farmer, so I don't use automation for anything because redstone is not my thing. I leave that up to the more technical people. I like to do everything very basically. So I breed chickens, I breed cows, I grow pumpkins and wheat. I sell eggs, milk, leather, beef, chicken, like eggs, milk, pumpkin pie, leather, beef and chicken, and apple cake. Apple, quote unquote, apple cake. Um, and then this over here, this is what I'm going to try to replicate up in the free real estate space. And we're going to tackle that maybe next stream after the new year. It's been recommended to me by several people on the realm to recreate this up above and use it as a as a kind of kiosk for selling potions, and I'm all about it. So I really would like to be able to do that. And that actually is a prank from Vin Shoken, on top of our automated wool farm. And Pearl is in there now, probably very, very excited over the fact that there are automated sheep. And then over here, this is the first build I ever did on this realm. This is Yarns and Jobel. It was a make your own banner slash bookstore, so it sold bookshelves. It had random stuff that people could just, throw in a couple of emeralds in or whatever and take, like stuff that I wasn't using. Um, and above it is my apartment slash or flat or whatever you want to call it, and that's actually my base. So the storefront is here, and it's based off of the design itself is based off of what that store that it's parodied of looks like, the facade at least. But the upstairs is based off of a lot of buildings in my hometown. Excuse me. Where there's a storefront on the first floor and then apartments where people would live and still do, excuse me, on the second and above floors. And so this is my kitchen. It doesn't look like a proper kitchen per se yet. I'm still trying to figure out how to make a kitchen sink and how to make a proper how to make a kitchen sink and how to make a proper refrigerator and stuff like that. And I think Wells Knight did something similar, and I need to just rewatch that video so I get an idea. And there's a little artwork. That's what Mascot Farms looks like. That is actually a map. That is the commission that Siski made for me. It looks pretty much exactly like the picture I had given them. I mean, almost to the T. And so when people see this, they kind of freak out and they think it's exciting and stuff, and I agree. But there's that. Oh, it looks like I have some chicken and stuff in there. I should probably go make sure I sell it. This is the game room. So there's a gaming table and really fun gaming pictures. And then in here is the formal dining room. We love to have people over and entertain, so our dining room is really, really big and tightly cramped because there are always a lot of people. And then through here is my sleeping area, my bedroom, complete with dragon head and extra suit of armor and stuff like that, and little nightstand that has some extra armor in it and the whatnot. This balcony here, before we lit it up, this was my archery range, so I had this balcony put in, and just use this as target practice. So I would take out creepers and spiders and stuff overnight, and then in the morning go and pick up the XP and whatever else they dropped. But now that's where Joe Thrills is, the amusement park that we built for his birthday back in July. So that's kind of neat. And then Mascot Farms is right here. This was another big build that I did. This is something I did by myself, like just envisionment of what farmers markets looked like in my area, and apparently they're in other areas like that, and that's cool. Um, so I have Joe Bob. That's apparently what this person's name is. He's my farmer, and he's helping me do all the selling and stuff. And so yeah, that's basically I don't know about that cod. Oh, that's coming very soon. You, there's more information about that, I guess, between us for now, and you'll see stuff soon enough. Interiors are really hard, Dorito. They really, really are. I mean, it's kind of it's kind of ridiculous as to how hard they are. But you know what? They certainly, they try. Um, but with that, I think I'm going to call it here because it's been almost 2.5 hours and it's longer than I thought I'd go. But you all have been so amazing and wonderful and stuff, and I really do appreciate everyone who could make it today. Um, For those of you who are now in technically in 2020, Happy New Year. I hope this year is a wonderful year for you. I hope that it brings you a lot of prosperity. For those of you who are like me and not quite in 2020 yet, and we're heading to the finish line, we've got a few more hours to go. Um, I echo the same sentiment, and I just want to say that I really do honestly hope that this year is very good to you. I hope that this year brings a lot of joy and prosperity. Um, Space is saying that they still think it's 2015. I still think it's 2010 sometimes. It's kind of silly. Yurgi says, good to hang out, have fun. I will. I hope you do too. Um, but like I said, I really do hope that this was a great time for you. I'm thankful that you guys are here. I hope 2020 is good to you. I really do. So with that, we're gonna go raid somebody. In fact, we are going to go and raid my very good friend Kaylina. She has been playing a lot of the old school retro Pokemon games lately, and I believe that she's up to Pokemon Crystal at this point. Her last stream, she was pearling the giant shield from Legend of Zelda that one of her viewers had given her, and it looks really stellar. When she finishes it and seals it and everything, it's gonna look exquisite. She does great pearling work. Um, but again, I hope you guys all have a fun time. Happy New Year! Thank you so much. I'll try and keep up streaming as much as I can. Um, I really do appreciate the support. Thank you for making these last 2+ months two of the best months of the year for me in this respect. And I look forward to seeing what and where 2020 takes us. So with that, we're gonna go raid Kaylina. Just tell her NJ's coffee raid is brewing. Have the most amazing time, and I guess with that, I'll see you all next year. Have a good one. And remember, be excellent to yourselves and each other.